Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today as we present our project stock recommendation engine. Our team Chiranjeevi, myself Farazuddin, Prajwal and Pushya have embarked on a journey to create a dynamic tool that empowers users to make informed decisions in the complex world of stock investments. Our project leverages the power of Python, incorporating various APIs and applying fundamental investment methodologies to provide tailored stock portfolio recommendations. Now, let's delve into the key aspects of our project. To ensure a comprehensive approach, our team conducted extensive research on additional Python APIs necessary for building this innovative tool. We'll be incorporating these APIs to gather real time financial data, ensuring that our stock recommendations are based on the latest market information. In parallel, we delved into the fundamentals of basic investment methodologies and understanding the principle behind various strategies. Our research led us to five distinctive investment strategies: ethical investing, growth investing, index investing, quality investing, and value investing. Each of these strategies is unique, catering to different risk appetites and financial goals. To provide a glimpse into the functionality of our stock portfolio, we will also be discussing the architecture that we have used for our particular project. So as you can see on this image that we have used, this is our simple architecture that we have used. So let's start from left to right. So we have created a front end for this using the React.js framework. We have used Chakra UI library for our styling, and we have hosted it using the Netlify service. Our front end will be consuming APIs that we have written in Flask, and our financial stock related information is coming from the open source API known as Yahoo Finance. We have deployed our Flask server on OnRender. So this concludes our basic system architecture. I would like to pass this to my teammate.
These are the features of our project: strategy-based stock selection, diverse capital allocation, portfolio overview, live portfolio tracking, and weekly portfolio trends. And let us discuss about each of them in detail. The strategy-based stock selection. This features helps us to choose stocks based on specific strategies, such as value investing, growth investing, or other things that have been included. Users can implement predefined strategies or customize their own criteria for this type of stock selection. Next, we have the diverse capital allocation. In this feature, it allows the users to allocate their investment capital across different stocks or asset classes to achieve a diversified portfolio. Diversification helps manage risk by spreading investments across various sectors or industries. Next is the portfolio overview. This provides a comprehensive view of the user's entire investment portfolio. It includes details like total portfolio value, individual stock holdings, and percentage allocation for each of those things. And the next feature that I'm going to talk about is live portfolio tracking. It has real-time tracking of the portfolio performance, including changes in stock prices, overall portfolio value, and percentage gains or losses. It enables users to make informed decisions based on up-to-date information that they are providing. And the final feature is weekly portfolio trends. This offers insights into how the portfolio has performed over the week, analyzes the trends such as which stock contributed the most to gains or losses, helping users to assess the impact of market events of their investments. These features collectively provide users with tools to make informed decisions, manage risk, and track the performance of their stock portfolios. And next, we're going to talk about the additional features of our project. We have done 4 different additional features, and I'm going to talk about each of them in detail now. The first one is querying stock information. This allows users to search and retrieve detailed information about specific stocks, including current price, historical data. It Due to this feature, it enhances the overall user research capabilities for informed decision making. The next feature would be top stock gainers and top stock losers. It provides a quick overview of the day or week top performing stocks, which are considered to be the gainers, and those with the most significant losses, which are called the losers. This helps the users to stay updated on the market trends and identify potential investment opportunities or risk for them to invest on. And the next additional feature is detailed portfolio overview. This expands on the basic portfolio overview by offering a very in-depth insights into each stock that has been held. It also includes performance metrics on dividends received and other relevant details for a more thorough analysis. And the final one is intuitive portfolio visualization. This utilizes visual elements such as charts and graphs to represent portfolio data in a very user-friendly way and and it helps us to easily understand it. It improves the user experience by providing a visual representation of portfolio diversification and performance over time. This could be easily understood once we get into the demo of the project. These are the additional features which contribute for a more robust and user-friendly stock portfolio management platform, offering users comprehensive tools for analysis, research, and visualization. Thank you.
Now, when we talk about challenges, there are four major ones that we'll look at. To start off with, which was very important because we looked into visualizing and making sure that the visualizations stay intuitive and they don't get more complicated, because it's easy to get cluttered with a lot of information which don't provide any realistic knowledge to the viewers. So we stuck to just Chart.js, and we made sure we configured the right graphs. And once we have picked the right graphs, we made sure we stick to the right labels and the attributes. And that was a little challenging in the start because we are still trying to figure out and the color tone or the displaying of the graphs was not clear. But as we went ahead and tried out different variations, we got more clarity and we were able to get it right. And that we'll see in the demo when we look at the graphs. And the other one was the Y-Finance module. So this is what happens when we talk about upkeeping or maintenance, because Yahoo stopped supporting Y-Finance in 2017, and the version 6 was totally depreciated, and now they've shifted to version 7. So the unupgraded modules were causing certain issues because we already had installed Y-Finance on our devices, and once we were trying to use it, it was not upgrading properly. It was not upgraded, so it was not fetching the responses properly, and it was failing. So we had to make sure that every time, wherever on the front end or even on the back end, whenever we are using any modules, they are up to date and they're not depreciated or removed from support from the companies. And talking about the gainers and loser detail that Pushkar had gone through in the previous slide, we had to scrub this from Yahoo website instead of using their complete API and looping through all the stocks and their performances. So that helped us save our time. And as we are only focusing on the 10 top performers and the bottom performers, so that's how we were able to reduce the calculation time and make sure the website remains robust and it reacts very quickly. And on the deployment side, we have to make sure that the front end and the back end both are free to use for us, because we wanted to test out for over a long term of dates, and we were making sure we are trying a lot of different tests. So we had to make sure the APIs were free and it ran properly, because we ran through a lot of postman tests to ensure that these stay longer time and without having to update or buy anything, and they can keep running for some time so we can test it out. So that's what came with these challenges, because we ensured that everything remains running and it remains functional for a nice amount of time, and not that it goes out of use in some days. So this part is what the intro, and in the future slides we'll just see about what what demo we'll be presenting, and we can actually just switch to the demo, which Chiranjeevi will continue from now on, so we can focus more and spend more time on the demo itself.
This is our web applications homepage. As you can see here, we have implemented different kinds of functionalities. First of all, it starts with the nav bar. We have a nav bar where we show market performance and stock information, and then we have middle part of it where key features are implemented. Once we go into the further parts of demo, we'll see the functionality, and we have a normal footer. I'll start the demo with a few key functionalities, and then switch to the additional functionalities. Let's say the default value of 5,000 will be shown in the enter money text box. And we have also handled different validations here. Let's say the value of the money entered is less than 5,000, which is 4,500, and then if I click on calculate, an error message will be displayed showing entered amount should be greater than 4,999. Let's make it 6,000, which is above 5,000. And if I don't select any of the strategy and then just say calculate, I'll again get an error message saying please select at least one strategy. We also handle the error of selecting more than two strategies. Let's say I click on 3 strategies and then click on calculate. We'll also get an error message of please select only 2 strategies, which we have handled. And now let's switch to actual working, how it displays our recommendations. So I'll first start with a single strategy selected, and then if I click on calculate, you can see a fetching data spinner working here. This is actually fetching the details from the API. So we have this was a different component which we have used when we were working with a front end spinner. So when the data is being fetched, this spinner will be rotating. Once the data is fetched and we get the results, the spinner and this message will be gone and the details will be shown. It might take a couple of seconds for details to be displayed. Yeah, as you can see here, these are our recommendations. Once we click on calculate, whatever the strategy you have selected, we'll fetch 3 stocks for each strategy that user selected. We got the results as Tesla, Beyond Meat, and Enphase Energy, and we also have a 5-day trend of how this stock is performing. So and we also have a current value of the stock, and also the change percentage from yesterday. So if the change percentage is greater than if it is in positive, we'll be showing a green trend, or if it is negative, then we'll show a red trend, as you can see here. And similarly, all 3 stocks information is displayed. This is how we show the ethical investing strategies recommendation. And since the user has selected an amount of 6,000, we're also displaying how we are going to divide this money to invest in different stocks. Our recommendation says for Tesla, user should invest $3,600, and for Beyond Meat, it's 1,800, and the remaining rest of the amount should be invested in 600. We are showing this in a pie chart form. Let's do 2 strategies now. And if I just click on index investing and growth investing and click on calculate, different results are fetched. These are our search engine suggests these are the stocks that should be invested, and same method is followed. For a change percentage of positive, we are showing a green graph, or if it is not, we are showing a red graph. And for each of the strategy, we are showing 3 stocks. And similarly, we are also showing how the amount should be split among the stocks that are displayed. And yeah, these are the key features that we have implemented, and we also have an option to clear the selected entered information, and you can start fresh from again. These are the key features. Now let's switch to the additional features that we have implemented. Let's start with the market performance. So this is a dialog box which we have implemented. So as soon as you click on market performance, you'll see 2 different tables. So one side the gainers and other side the losers. So these are the top 10 stocks that have been that are APIs fetched, and these are the least performing stocks in the current days. And we also have a option to close the model. So once we close this, once we click on the issue into, the model box will be closed. Similarly, we also have an stock information button. Once you click on the stock information button, a pop-up will be displayed, dialog box. So where we can enter this any stock you want, and if you search on the click on the search box, the details of the stock will be displayed below. Let's try to see how we have validated here. If you don't click anything and just say search, an error message will be displayed because there is no value. The details will not be fetched. And if we enter some random values which are not a stock, and click on search, the same issue will error will pop up because this is not a valid stock text. Now let's do the actual working of this functionality. I'll enter AAPL, which is Apple, and if I click on search, we'll get the stock information for the entered text. So on the left side, you can again see the how the stock has been performing for the past 5 days, and what's the trend? Is it positive or negative? On the right side, you can see what's the current value of the stock, and also if it is increase or decrease from the last day. So these are some of the key features and additional features we have implemented. So as far as I have covered some of the test case we are provided as part of the PPT. Now I'm going to show you some other additional validations that we have done and how the deployment has been done. Some details of how deployment has been done. Let's see this thing. So this enter money text box, which will only allow integers. Let's say if I want to enter any text, it automatically blocks the user from doing it, since entered money should be an integer, and we made sure that text should not be entered as part of the building process. So apart from this, I'll be talking about how we have done the deployment. We have used, as Faraz mentioned, we have used Netlify for deploying the application. So here is our here is our Netlify. So firstly, how we have done is we have an GitHub repo where we have pushed all the components that we have been working on, and we have shared across with the other teammates so they can parallelly work on this. Netlify generally works, generally is very reliable. So you plan to use it, and we used it. We can directly connect with GitHub. Once we connect with the GitHub, it will show all the projects that are part of our GitHub, and so I picked the project which should be deployed, and as soon as I select, I'll be shown I'll be shown an page where I can configure all the details. So If we go to site configuration, so these are the build settings, some which I should fill on. So if I have to before deploying, the website has to do npm I and npm run build to make sure the dependencies are installed and build of the application has been completed. Once this has been completed, it will start the deployment automatically. Here you can see we have been pushing the code to GitHub, and the deployment will starts once the code is pushed to the GitHub repository. The latest deployment we have done is latest push we have done is on 9:48 p.m. So as soon as you publish it, push it, the deployment starts, and as soon as the deployment completes, it will give us an URL which we can use, and as soon as I click this, this website will appear where our code is deployed. This is how we have deployed our code. That's all about our project. Thank you.
So now that we have looked at Netlify, let's have a small look at OnRender, which is what we're using for our backend deployment. So as you see, we have Stock Search named as our backend deployment, and there are a series of deployments that have occurred and failures that are there. So one of those failures was challenges that we are facing, which was to upgrade Y-Finance. So yeah, that always happened, and we can see what other event that has happened. And it also gives us our URL, which is responsible for getting the APIs. So this is the REST API backend Flask URL and the associated GitHub repo with that. And there are a lot of different options like rollback or whenever there's a good fix, and you know that any other failures, you can just go back to the old version and it'll go and deploy back to the GitHub push. So this GitHub is mapped. So that brings a lot of uniqueness into it and making sure that the failures are handled. And there are other things like environment variables and secret files. These can be stored here. A shell can be used if you're a premium member to just interact with the interface. And then there are different ways you can set up just web hooks and schedules, and you can see metrics, how often it's being used. And this is what it gives you an idea about. And there are many other premium options that will really help. But for our project, we are good with using the basic free version of it. So that wraps our just conclusion about deployment strategies that we have used also. So we thought it would be interesting to add. And that's it for our presentation. Thank you.